Hey everybody, this is Benny. Today we are playing Icarus, and I'm going to show you how to use the Prototype Thumper to respawn ore nodes both in nearby caves and in the surrounding area. It's really a pretty easy setup, though the Thumper itself is a Tier 4 device, so this is really a late game tutorial. So I thought I would tackle something a little easier to help me get back on track with content creation. As some of you know, I've been working towards getting on the lung transplant list. And as of last Friday, I have officially been listed. So now I can finally relax a little bit while I wait to get that call. Now, if I do get the call, one of my daughters will be posting updates to the posts section of my channel page. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you can just turn on notifications in the drop-down menu next to the subscribed button. If you would like to get updates and know when I get the call and know when I'm in and out of surgery and all that. All right, so here's what we're going to be working with today. The Prototype Thumper. To make the device, you'll need 12 composites, 8 concrete mix, 6 electronics, 14 epoxy, 18 screws, 8 titanium ingots, and you'll assemble all that with the fabricator. You'll also need to run power to the device either from your base, like I like to do, or by installing some sort of power generation for this device. So this is the area near my base that I deplete fairly quickly. So right here there are 2 caves, here and here, as well as a large number of overworld nodes in the surrounding area. Now the higher the number of nodes that need to be respawned, the more difficult the fight is going to be while the Thumper is running. Let's go ahead and place down the Thumper. It's carried in your heavy item slot, which is the G key by default. And the first thing you'll notice is that when you put the Thumper down, it's going to scan the area around you. Now let's open up the map again. Now you can see, hold on, let's turn off the radar first. We don't need that on. There we go. Now you can see here the area of effect that the Thumper will respawn nodes in. And then over here is the same thing for the terraforming device that respawns trees. I have another video for that if you want to go look it up. I didn't notice this effect before when I did that video, but it's cool to see that there is a way to determine the range of the device as well. So the more nodes you have in this area that have been depleted, the more difficult the fight will be once you activate the device. So if you look at this here, it says risk level low. And that's because there aren't a whole lot of nodes that need to be respawned in this area because I haven't depleted much since the last time I ran the Thumper. The first time I ran this here, it was high risk because I had cleared out all these caves and all the surrounding nodes over the course of the game, and this area was just depleted. Now, even at high risk, I made short work of these enemies, and the trick is these guys right here, these 3 wolves. I ran this at high risk before when there was just 2 wolves, and it was no problem then. So anyway, this is going to be a fairly easy one today, but if I was running this on high risk, I would want to fortify the Thumper before activating it, and that's kind of what I'm going to do right now, just so you can see how I do that. So the thing we're going to use for fortification are these wood wall fortifications. These are pretty cheap and easy to build, and they're easy to place, and they're just 19 nails, 12 rope, 50 wood each. They're made in any of the tiers of Crafting Bench, and I'm going to use 4 of them today for this project. The goal here is to stop projectile damage to the Thumper. Now when I put down this first wall, I'm going to hold R, pick an alternative with a window in it, and it's just going to be on the one side. And this is how you're going to activate the Thumpers through this window. And we're going to make the rest of them solid. And there we go. Now let's hook this thing up to power. I already had power out here to run a couple of drills that are in the cave over here. So last time I did this, I just tapped off of that line. And today we're just going to tap off that line that I tapped off the first time. So here's this the spot where my Thumper was before. We're just going to connect this to here. There we go. Now make sure you're all healed up. Weapon is reloaded. Eat and drink your buffs. And then when you're ready, go to the Thumper and hit your interact key to start it up. In my case, I have it on F, but whatever your interact key happens to be bound to. Now, while that's running, you're going to have to defend it. Keep an eye out around you. The wolves will do most of the work, really. And you can see they're already chewing up these worms like nothing. Now, you won't get journal entry for your cave worms if you don't at least manage to get some damage in on them. So just try to get a bullet off here and there. Try to make a little bit of damage in so you can get those entries. If they just kill them on your own, then you get some shared experience, but that's about it. Here's one of the medium-sized worms. These are teenage cave worms. I know they look huge compared to what we were just fighting, but the wolves will go through these like nothing as well, so don't worry about them too much. Now the real big worms, the land sharks, you're probably not going to see in this fight today. The risk factor is just too low. If you want to see one of those yourself, you'll have to do this yourself on a higher risk. So I did have a land shark spawn the other day on a low risk thump, so it can happen, but that's the only time I've ever seen it happen. So, even on easy mode, you never know when those are going to pop up. They are a boss level character, though the wolves tore that up too, so it just took a little bit longer, and all my wolves are fine, even the lower level one. So, don't worry about it too much, but, keep your head on a swivel. You're still fighting here, right? It's still combat. Keep an eye on the wolves. They know where the worms are going to pop up at, so you get an advance warning. Though, if you're on higher difficulty, you'll still want to watch your back. You'll get multiple at the same time, and the pack is likely to focus on one target at a time, so you might have one behind you shooting at you while they're trying to kill the other one. So keep an eye out for that too. Okay, I think this should be just about finished. Yep, good timing. Now here's a couple tips you might find useful. Node spawns are random. They happen in the same location every time, but the type of node that spawns is random. So if you're to only go around mining out the type of ore that you needed, say platinum for example, but leave everything else, the chances that you'll get the same type of ore again are much lower because of all the possible ores that it could be. And some of the ores like platinum are less common than, say, copper and iron, so much more likely you're going to end up with something you're not looking for. So it's better if you were to clear out the whole cave before running the thumper so that you have a better chance of getting the ores you're looking for. What you can do to speed up this process, though, is to only hit the ores that you don't want once. Just one strike of the pickaxe is enough to trigger it to respawn when you run the thumper. So you can just run through the cave quick, grab the ores you're looking for, and just give each of the other ores a single whack. Same goes for outside ores. You need a bunch of oxide, but you already have a ton of sulfur and silica. Just give those undesirable nodes a whack and only worry about collecting the oxide. That will give you a much better chance of getting more of what you're looking for after you run the thumper. Alright, that's all there is to it. Nothing too difficult, at least not at low risk rating on a normal difficulty open world. But you really shouldn't have too much trouble even on a harder difficulty when you have a few tames with you. These things just tear things up. Any of the combat oriented tames, the two different kinds of wolves, the hyena, the boar. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think that's it for now. Any of those are going to really make short work of these worms. So thanks for joining me. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, have a great day. Benny out.